Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Moose Minute Project on a Monday morning. Waiting for weather to move in this week here in southwest Wisconsin. It's been a week. It's been a weekend. It was a good weekend. Friday had a great evening, a great day, dates with my wife, and yesterday was great. We got to go spend time together. It was well needed. And we had a great time, and it was just nice to be able to spend time. Saturday, went and bowled in the Pops Tournament fundraiser in McFarland for their baseball team. Have bowled in it before. It's a well-run tournament. I don't like how you alternate lanes so far apart and do all of that. But, it is when you bowl against other teams for bonus points and things like that. I get why they do it. It's just a lot of moving. It's probably not that hard for a lot of people that, for me, it's just mentally trying to remember my chamois, which I forgot down there this time. But you're moving from lane 2 to lane 16 and then 14 to 3. And sometimes the moves aren't that drastic, but there are, and you're battling with who's bowling. But Jared, them guys do great. It's a good tournament. It's ran well. Won a bracket. Our team did. Congratulations to a good friend of mine, Danielle, and her team. They won it. They bowled extremely well. I saw a couple of 250s they rolled, and then during playoff time after they made the cut, I saw I think they shot 278 or 270. They're a good team. Our averages are not near what some of these teams bring. These guys are bringing, they're scratch bowlers. So their team's averaging 220 between the 5 guys. So, I think they got 5 pins or something. It's a handicap tournament. One thing I have learned in all of my time bowling, and especially in that tournament, back-to-back runs in that tournament, is the lower your handicap, for the most part as a team, the bigger the dicks you are. And not the ones you have. You just are. You have the attitude that you are phenomenal. You have the attitude that we are the ones. We heard a lot of comments directed to us, of how, and we only had 18 pins. We averaged 200 as a team. I brought one. Wyatt came with us. He's never bowled in a tournament before. I'm this year I'm averaging 197. Terry's 190's average bowler. Steve's a 210, somewhere in there. But as a team, we came in averaging 200. So, Brian Keister, another good bowler. But when you get pissed off and you start making derogatory comments to another team about how they're bowling, you turn into motivation for me. I'm going to kick your ass. That's just how it is. On the lane, I become a way different player. I don't like to have fun with you. I don't joke with you. I hope you fall on your head. And they did. They ended up in last place, which, that's good. We did not end up much better. But in the last game, we beat them, so that was good. By then, they were loud. I love the Pops tournament because I've met some really good people in that tournament. The group that we bowled next to a lot was, it reminded me a lot of my days in Aiken, bowling with Bud Bruss and Tom and, those guys there. And well respected, bowled a lot, like Bud Bruss. I'd have gone anywhere with Bud. Bud was a phenomenal bowler all the way up until he passed away. I mean, he was a great coach, great mentor. So we had a 5-man team next to us that we bounced back between. We found them throughout the day because you bowl 17 games Baker. So really you only bowl 3 games as a person. But 17-game Baker format. and then you go into your playoffs, and we didn't make the playoff. But we were bowling next to them, and they had this team next to them, and the guys were loud. They were obnoxious. The one guy would throw his ball, turn around, flex. He fell over. Just obnoxious and rude. And this will be going on. I will be making a call to Jared, the guy that ran the tournament, because this is back-to-back years that we have been there. And we are going back strictly just because we want to face this team again, because it's uncalled for. It's absolutely uncalled for behavior. I don't care who you are. I don't care how well you think you are as a bowler. You disrespect the game. And I've talked a lot about this with other people lately, about disrespecting the game of bowling and the etiquette portion of it. And it's ridiculous. For all of us that grew up in houses, in bowling houses as young people, going through youth bowling, mentorships, tournaments, traveling teams, college bowling, local house. If this is how you behave in your local house, I'm guessing the whole damn town don't like you. But to act the way they did around people that may have bowled, I don't know if these guys had bowled in the tournament before or if it was their first time. But I'm guessing if it was their first time, they won't be back. The behavior of that team was absolutely freaking ridiculous. And it's back-to-back years that we have got to see them. And it's ridiculous. So, that conversation will be going forward on and will be made well known. But yeah, the older team, I love talking to them. They've been bowling probably as long as I have been alive. So I'm guessing the guy next to me has been bowling probably 50 years, I'm guessing. He might be 70, and just a good guy to talk to. Left-hander, smooth, no loft and none of that. We're talking about two-handing and stuff, and, it'll be interesting to see. And that's what I love about tournaments, is you get to meet people like that. And made other friends there that we see when we go to this tournament, and that's about it. But it was a fun time. They raised good money. I mean, and thanks to Greg and Amy at the Phoenix Center for sponsoring the team. Greg was supposed to go, but they had their big tournament, or a youth mentorship, and I would have been part of that, but I was already signed up to go to this. So, but then yesterday, they had their big scratch classic at the Phoenix Center yesterday. I think they ended up with 60-some bowlers. Congratulations to Cole. Tall kid. Smooth. I watched him bowl a couple games last night out of the lacrosse area. Brad O'Connell. I've watched Brad bowl here before. He shredded his thumb, and to watch a guy just bandage it up as best you could. It was tore wide open, but he was using the, if you've ever used liquid skin, you know how bad that burns on open wounds. And he battled through for a fourth place finish, which is very impressive, with the caliber of bowling there at the end. Brian Keister, that I bowled with on Saturday, bowled yesterday. He placed as well. So, was in the top 10. So was Greg Shep. So congratulations. To be in the top 10 in that tournament is huge. I think the next tournament for me will be the state tournament in Wausau on the 22nd of March. So the 22nd, I think it's the 22nd, 23rd, we bowl singles, doubles, and team. So we will be there for that. I don't know if I will do the Baraboo one or not. I love that tournament, but it's the week before. So I don't know if I'll do that. I'll have to just see what happens with what's going on with the wife and everything there, and what's going on with our family. So we'll see. Canine fundraiser, we took third. We saw the results the other day. Our team ended up third. We would have got $100 back. We donated that back to the canine crew. So because it was a great tournament just to bowl in. It was a lot of fun. But the $100 we gave back to the law enforcement guys. They ran a great tournament as well. So it was a lot of good things that took place over the weekend. And got to spend time with some really good bowlers. Got to hang out with good people from Richland Center, Terry, Wyatt, Steve, Brian, and I. That team was a lot of fun. We struggled all day. It's not Steve. Steve brought his A game. He shot huge for us every 10th frame. We just could not support him as a team to get anything rolling. We had one really good game, but that doesn't win a 17-game qualifier. So congratulations to the team out of Milwaukee that comes up and bowls in my mom's tournament. They also bowled in the Canine Fundraiser tournament. Congratulations to them making the first step, and they qualified, and then we took off after that. We watched Danielle and them bowl a little bit more. But they're, if I have to have that attitude, and Danielle does not have that attitude. She's very competitive and she's a hell of a bowler, but she will talk to you and she will say hi and do those things. If I have to have the attitude that these teams had that have super high averages, I'm not bowling. I'm not going to be a dick like that. I want to have fun. I want to be around the people. When you make a good shot, congratulations, do all that. But if you're a dick and you're that competitive, you don't belong at a handicap tournament if you're going to have problems getting beat. Don't bowl in the damn thing. And then if you're going to make side comments and do all that stuff, go away. Just go away. Don't bowl in tournaments. Are you only there to make sure that everybody knows you're a dick? I don't know. It's how I work, I guess. I was raised different. And it motivates me to kick your ass is what it does on the lanes. If I did that every week and came to the motivation with that, I might bowl better, I guess, with just the pure determination that I had of trying to throw good shots every time against those guys. Yeah, it might have turned out different. It's just a joke to me that you are that way at a great event such as that. So, with that said, that's the Moose Minute Project for today. I wanted to recap the weekend. It was a great weekend. A lot of fun. Got stuff done around home. Garage is cleaned out a little bit. Hopefully we don't get buried in snow. However, I did not just put the four-wheeler away, but it's out of the garage now. It's over in the shed. With a battery maintenance plug-in. There's one thing that I hear a lot about that I will end this with. That if you guys have four-wheelers, lawn tractors, get a battery maintainer from your local power sports place or Walmart, wherever you want to do it. But get it on the battery, plug it in, and forget it until you need it next time. The four-wheeler's plugged in 24/7, and so that's where we're at. But take time to bless somebody today. We need it. With everything going on, people need to know that you're there for them and that things are where they are. So that we are here together and we are looking for the best in everybody. So have a great day. Thanks for tuning into the Moose Minute Project today. Truly appreciate it. And we'll talk tomorrow morning.